Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Sarah Hughes. I head up Kandy Communications, customer experience and channel marketing. And with me today is Brandon Morgan, who heads up our technical operations team. And what most of you know is our technical support and operations excellence. I also have Kevin Jones and Ken Johnson, part of our support organization. And today's topic is the Kandy Support Update webinar for 2022. This session is being recorded. I ask that if you have questions, please use the chat function, and our team here will vocalize those questions as we move forward. And then do stay on for the entire webinar. We've got a lot of information that we want to share with you. And let me just go through this briefly. So I want to talk about the Kandy support organization. We're also going to talk about various ways that you can reach this team and get help when needed. That's through the telephone, through our website, through our Kandy administration portal. But then our major focus today are the changes that are going into effect and how you open cases through our support portal. Then we're going to talk about the Kandy status page, if you've not seen that. We'll also talk about portal notifications and what that means to you, how you can have those enabled. We'll also talk about Kandy support bulletins and knowledge base articles, and then finally, some of the instructions and tutorials that we're creating to make this easier for you. So without further ado, some pictures. You can see a little bit of difference here from Kevin Jones, but again, Brandon Morgan is our Vice President of Technical Operations and Operational Excellence here. He's based in Raleigh, North Carolina, so have a big wave there, Brandon. So he heads up this organization. We're very happy to have him today on this update webinar. Kevin Jones is Senior Manager of Global Cloud Support and our Network Operations Center. So that's the one I was saying. During the pandemic, he's grown a little facial hair there. I like to say he reminds me of ZZ Top, but Ken Johnson's also with us. Both Kevin and Ken, I believe, are based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And he's Senior Manager of Product Support. So as our support organization escalates from product support or technical support into the next level product support. And then we also have Rod Amberson, who just joined us as well. Thank you, Rod. He's our Manager of Product Support. So thank you, team, for being on. This team will also be helping to answer some of the questions as we move forward. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Kevin Jones, who's going to go through various ways to communicate with his first level technical support team. Take it away, Kevin.
All right, thanks. So, hey everyone, welcome to the call. Good to see everyone. A lot of names I recognize from all the support work and cases and just getting a chance to talk to a lot of the partners. So it's good to see everyone on here today. Multiple ways to talk to my team. Many of you are already aware, but just wanted to review them here. Of course, our hotline, just to make sure, I know there has been a little bit of confusion. You know, we used to call in through a ribbon hotline when we were part of ribbon. Now that we've split off under the ABCT Kandy header, we do have a new hotline, so just make sure you're aware of that, the 1-833-77 Kandy. You can press option 1 to get to my technical support. If you're for some people in certain countries, you need to call the direct line, the 716 area code, but the toll-free line should work for most. If you ever have a service outage, like a Sev 1 issue, it's better to call us instead of opening a case. You can always open a business critical, or you'll see soon that we're changing that. It'll be a Sev 2, would be the equivalent of a business critical in the new system. You can always open it that way, but if you are having a critical issue, please do call us. It only takes a second. It's probably faster to call us than it is to open a case. So it's just good for you to report that straight into us. We will most likely still want a case, but but just getting us that real-time info, and you know, it's a lot can be said in a minute or two conversation that, you know, would take 5 to 10 minutes to write up in a case to really get the point across. So it's always good to reach out directly to us, and that goes for any issue too. It doesn't have to be a major issue. If you have something, you have somebody on site, you just need to say speak with the engineer quickly, you know, feel free to call us for that too. I know a lot of you do that already. Um, so all right, we can go to the next slide. Also, we have you can chat with us. It uses the Kandy Live support back end, and you can do that off of our new Kandy support webpage. You can also do that through our admin portal. But just go to the chat, it'll pop up a window, and you'll see an option to go to technical support or customer service. The team, go to technical support if you have an issue, and you'll start a voice call, and then it'll connect you with one of my engineers. And you can also do chat too, so that works. And the admin portal, this is for we had a separate slide for that. So the admin portal is available in all 3 of our major regions: the Americas, Europe, and Asia Pacific, and it's chat on. There's some of you already use that, but it's up in the top right hand corner, and you should see that if you're in your top level partner view. You won't see it in any of your lower SMBs.
And isn't it true that if it is outside of the window of the team logged in, then it's going to be grayed out? Is that correct, Kevin?
Yes, if it's outside of business hours, it will not be able to be clicked on.
Great. And this can escalate to a call as well. You could chat and then escalate to a call, right?
Yes, you can. Thanks, Sarah. All right, and then beginning on Monday, May 2nd, all Kandy and KandyLink support cases will go through the Kandy support portal, not the Ribbon support portal that you've been used to. Once you get into the Kandy partner portal, which you probably have already been there, we've had some documentation and other things there for quite a while. If you went there, and you should all have logins already provided to you. But now this is where you'll go to do your support cases too, and you'll just click on the support icon in this top center there, and that'll bring up a form, and you'll be able to enter your case.
Great. So as Kevin mentioned, this is through, it is a big change, all right? And this is why we wanted to go through this whole experience, because and again, Monday, May the 2nd, for any Kandy related cases, I can't impress that enough that you're not going to open those in the current Ribbon support portal. Those will be in our partner portal under cases. So if you have not already gained access or gotten access to the Kandy partner portal, this is where we have our training, our documentation, any of our marketing level support. We also have access to our past webinars and future ones. We do put our release notes in here. We also have any notifications that go out to the field, including our bulletins and now our cases. So if you've not gone there, you can go to kandy.io/ecosystem/Kandy-partner-portal. And when you do that, when you do get access, I'll show you how that is done, but the partner portal has basically 6 tiles: one for documentation, one for support, which we're going to be focusing on today, one for marketing related information, one for training, which includes the new certification tracks that we've deployed, access to webinars and leads and deals, campaign information, sales enablement, that kind of stuff. So within the support area, this is where we have any support notices, we have our knowledge base, but that's where the cases are going to be. And in the future, what we're talking about doing in the next phase after this is also having the ability for you to use a community to ask questions of other partners using Kandy, and you can help each other as well. And that will be something that's searchable before you open a case. So if you've never registered for the Kandy Partner Portal, it's really easy to do. You can go in and on that kandy.io/ecosystem/kandy-partner.portal, you can go in and um, you can see the information here, what's on there. There are instructions, you can download those. But if you use your work email, not your Yahoo, not your Hotmail, not your Gmail, but your work email, then as you fill out the form at the bottom of this page, then it will automatically send you a link to then authenticate and set up your password. Now, a couple of things. One is if you have been receiving emails from us about these webinars, then you probably didn't click on the link that was provided to you saying that you've been given access to this information. So you'll want to go back and look for an email from no reply at kandy.io. And that email will have a link in it. It's not a phishing attempt. It is a link that you need to click and go in and set up your initial password. So that's really important to do. If you have problems, then my customer success team can help through that. They can help resolve that, resend the email to you to help set that up. But that is super important that you go through and have access first. Now, we have worked through many of our partners and determined who has opened cases in the last couple of years. And so we have put you in a list too on Sunday evening, May the 1st, you will get an email and it will have your credentials that you'll need to click a link inside of it and set up your own personal password. Now, this is for the Kandy support portal. So yes, you will have 2 logins. I hate that as well, but that is better than what we had previously with 5 different logins, but you will have access to the Kandy Partner Portal as one login and credentials, and then you will have access to the Kandy Support Portal through the Partner Portal, but you will receive an email, and that email will come from on Sunday night, again, May the 1st this year, no reply at salesforce.com. That email, you'll need to click this link that I've got highlighted here to go in and set up your own password for that. And if we have to reset your password or something like that, those will come from customer success at kandy.io. And so you will then, and in this scenario, it will take you to a page and it will give you what the requirements are for your password. And you'll change your password, set it up, whatever it is, and then it will take you to the Kandy support portal. Okay, it is a different look and feel than what you had previous at Ribbon. And I think that you're going to find that it is a lot easier to utilize. So within the Kandy Partner Portal with the 6 tiles, you'll click on the one for support. And then within that, we are opening up on Sunday the cases portion of that. This will have a hyperlink to the Kandy support portal. And then underneath that, we're going to have some documentation and other instructions, tutorials, that kind of stuff. So we will be opening this up on Sunday evening, the 1st. So this will be your launch pad into the Kandy support portal. And when you do log in, when you click through that, it will ask you for your credentials, and then you will go into the Kandy support portal. And within that, I'm going to hand it over now to Brandon Morgan to take you through the navigation and how to utilize our new tool.
Thank you, Sarah. So there was a good question while Sarah was presenting about old cases. Your old cases will, any cases will be populated over that are open today for you to view in your support portal. So you know, this is the way it's going to look for you coming in. One of the focuses we had was to simplify the support portal. Ribbon had you know, other legacy products, hardware repair, things like that, that added additional fields and requirements into opening cases. We've simplified that a lot. Hopefully you'll like the new interface, fewer fields to populate, and a cleaner look and feel, I think. So, you know, the first page when you're logged in is going to give you a banner across the top. You're going to see home, my cases, and Kandy documentation in the left-hand corner. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. My cases will take you to your list of cases. Kandy documentation will take you to our documentation portal where all the end user documentation and partner documentation exists. You have a search bar that you can use to, you know, type in a case number or text and search. Your drop down on the far right of the top banner lets you look at your profile. Right now it has a user identifier in that space, but it will have your name when it's in production. And then you've got a couple of helpful links there, taking you back to the partner portal or to documentation. And we mentioned this information, Kevin mentioned information on contacting Kandy support. You know, it is important on a service outage, a severity 1, that you contact us 7/24. We want you to call that in because we want to immediately help you versus opening it on the web. On your severity 2 through 4, you know, those non-outage issues are supported Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. within each region. So next slide, please.
So there's a couple of questions that came up.
Okay.
One is, what about accessing the existing cases in the old Ribbon support portal? We are migrating all of those over to ours, and so no, you will. They will be turning those off. So the only way to update those and to get access to them, to search for them, and you'll see in a minute as Brandon goes through that, is that those will only be in the Kandy support portal. So we do not, once this is done, you should only go through the Kandy support portal.
Right. And good question. I think I said new cases. Your old and new cases are open cases and closed cases you will have access to. So good question. And yes, I just answered that second question as well. Closed cases as well should be viewable. So when you click on my cases, then you're going to see list of cases, and you see in this example statuses of new and closed. So hopefully that gives you that answer. You know, there is in the all cases dash portal drop down menu. You have choices of pinning cases. So when you open it, you can pin it, but you have choices of you know, what you view. You can view your open, your closed. You have a variety recently viewed. So there's options of what you're looking at there. Across the way, you have a new button, and that's where you're going to create a new case if you need to open a new case. Yeah, this screen may change a little bit. We're still working with the portal developers on cleaning a few things up by the second, but it will have the same look and feel, but you may have a slightly different number of fields or columns there. So similar information to what you had to do or have to do on the ribbon portal, but fewer fields to populate here. When you're creating a new case, the subject line, we want you to give us a short descriptive subject of what issue is occurring. That description field is for you to provide more detail. If you refer to our KBS support process, which I believe Sarah will be touching on at the end of the presentation as far as the documentation area, but that document is in our partner documentation. That gives you a lot of details on what we're looking for in the description field, what we're looking for in the impact. But the more information you provide us up front, the better chance we can resolve that issue quickly. So describing, is it intermittent? Is it multiple users, one user? Is it multiple locations, one location? Things like that help us greatly. Severity, we're moving to ITIL severities, SEV 1 through SEV 4, moving away from the terminology used historically in telecommunications versus cloud. So trying to be more standard here. You got a couple of optional fields in end customer and customer ticket number. If you have that information, it's always helpful. And then you get into solution pick lists in field 7. So you have UCAS, CPaaS, SIP trunking as a service, MS Teams, Kandy Link, and feature request options there. When you choose one of those, the service will then be a pick list created just for that service. So you'll see that next week when you have access. But it helps us. It's one of the things to help us filter down exactly more closely to the service being impacted. Obviously, you can click save. That'll create your new case number and allow you to add notes and attachments. If you have another case you're wanting to create at the same time, you can click save and new, and you'll be brought back to a new template to open the next case on. Okay, so searching an existing case, there is the ability, if you look at the top right corner, that's where you typically, box number 1, that's usually your first search option. And you can put in, part of a case number, you can put in text from a case, you can put in a file name if you know a file you may have attached and you're wanting to look at it. That's just a standard search field. It will take you into a view which is seen over to the left, where your search results end up, and you have all and cases and files there. So if you click on cases, it expands. If you did a search and it had a long list of things there and you wanted to filter that down, then you can refine it by the multiple boxes shown on the left-hand side. If it's a file, if your search didn't bring up any cases, it would tell you there's no information in the cases, but you'd have files showing instead. So an attachment, if you knew the name of an attachment, then you could click on files and you'd have some more granularity there as well with files. Editing a case, once you click into a case, click on it, it will take you to this screen. It'll show you the details and it will show you a related clickable option. Related will actually take you to the attachments where you can add attachments to the ticket. You can add a new note as well, as you saw there. So once you move to that attachment section, it's simple, upload file. You're all very used to it, and it will add that file to the case. It's very similar to most other attachment capabilities you see anywhere else.
But it does support drag and drop now, right?
I believe that's correct. I didn't test yesterday, but but I think
we have
right.
We have a couple of questions that have come in. When searching for cases, can you look for all your organization's cases like before, or just your own cases? And yes, that is our plan, is to be able to allow you to see not just yours, but those that are in your organization's cases. So there shouldn't be any degradation in what you were able to do before.
Correct. Good question.
Correct. Mhm.
Okay, and just like before, like you have today, you will receive email notifications when a case is updated by a Kandy support engineer, and you can respond to that case, and it will add notes in the ticket. Again, no change in functionality there. Just touching on escalation methods. Hopefully all of you have this, but this is your escalation matrix. Sarah leads our customer experience team, and she has regional senior managers covering the different regions that are escalation points within her organization. Within my team, we have Kevin Jones, who was introduced as the senior manager of the technical support, our tier 1 technical support organization, as well as our concierge NOC team, and up through myself. And Jay Patel is our chief product officer, who I report into. Just this is reiteration. This information has been shared. It's in our KBS support process document. We've shared this information hopefully with all of you in the past, but it's a reminder. We have a Kandy status page that we want all our partners to go to. If you're noticing any service degradations or anything like that, you go to status.kandy.io and you'll see any active incidents that are being worked. Any active maintenances, progress on those will be updated, typically very reasonable every 15 to 30 minutes on an active investigation. There'll be updates in there until the issue is cleared.
All right, so we'll now go into the within the portal itself, in the admin portal. As you create admin users, you can say whether or not by default you want them to receive these notifications. When we send out notices like an upgrade is happening and go get the release notes, that kind of stuff, or there's a service impact, it may affect you personally, in your region or your partnership services, then we will, instead of putting them into the status, if it's just one or smaller partners that are affected, we will send these email notifications or the partner notifications through the admin portal. And so you'll want to make sure that your admin login has that ability. So you pull down on email notifications, it's a toggle, and if it says enabled, that means you are getting them. And if you're seeing like incrementing orders, dashboard orders, then you will be getting those. Those are put together there. And so you will get an update at the same time that you would see it as you log in to the partner portal, into the admin portal, then you would land on that page for notices and you would see that. And simultaneously, when we post those, because of email notifications enabled, you would get an email as well. So it's a secondary way to make sure that you're getting those notices, that there's an upgrade, that there's something that is affecting your service. So it's important to have these enabled. Within our partner portal, And again, we're going to be opening up the cases area here on Sunday night, this coming Sunday night. But we also already have a knowledge base and notifications here. So don't forget about this. These are kind of frequently asked questions, if you will, or issues that we've seen, and we've got things that we share. And if you see this list, there is a see more here, so you can click that and you can look at what else is in there. We have things like device parameters for various phone types that are common, or some common issues and how to resolve them. Another thing is the billing best practices. We did a webinar on it, but the documentation around that is listed here. And in the notifications, you can click on that and you can go to KBS support notifications. If you're a Kandy Link customer, you would see the Kandy Link ones. And then you can go in and click and look at those. We send those out through our marketing automation, but we post them here. So do make sure that you take a look at those. And then finally, within the documentation that we have on this page, we are going to be posting some additional information like instructions on logging in, opening cases, submitting feature requests. We'll be putting some video tutorials here as well. But the current documentation out there, the Kandy support process, is available in the partner documentation and will be hyperlinked here as well. And that will be updated with the new fields that are required and what the severity 1, 2, 3, and 4 are, and what they mean. It is important to note that as we're migrating this data over, we are going to be realigning those severity levels where you had emergency, business critical, major, and minor. Those are going to convert to the SEV 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that correct, Brandon and Kevin?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So anyway, we are also going to be, like I said, doing some video clips and stuff like that. If you are having issues connecting to the partner portal, maybe you tried to register through that form and you didn't get an email back, whatever, do go and search for no reply at kandy.io. You in the past probably received an email from them or us, and you never went in and clicked that link. If you cannot find that and you still cannot get access to the Kandy Partner Portal, then send an email to customersuccess@kandy.io. I'm going to put that in the chat here. Customersuccess@kandy.io. And you can use that. We will resolve your issues in connecting. And then also, if you have not received an email to get access to open cases on Sunday night, and you know that you need that, then you can also email us at that same email address, and we will make sure that you're set up. If you have problems as you are connecting, anything like that, then we'll make sure and help resolve those. My team will be on staff to do that, working with Brandon's team to make sure that you have everything that you need. These are really important changes in interacting and engaging with Kandy. And we are also sending out an email that has these changes as well as other changes in like purchasing from us and our invoicing and stuff like that. So we are going to be sending that out, if not today, then this week. And that'll all go into effect beginning Monday morning. So without further ado, are there any additional questions? I know we've answered some of these in the chat here. One question that came up about the URL in the chat. So again, let me just go to our website since we have a little time here, and I'll move this over. So on the Kandy website, we have updated this if you haven't seen it. So under the resources, under Kandy events, that is where we have any upcoming events like our training and our updated webinars. So today's webinar is here. And then under partners, we do have the Kandy partner portal. Okay, so that is the same URL that I mentioned, and it's on this page, and I'll put this within the chat here for everybody to get access to. And the instructions are here, but if you have not been receiving emails from us about the webinars and so on, this is where you would go in and fill in the information using your work email address and hit submit, and then you will get an email from us, and you'll need to click on that. Again, no reply at kandy.io. And then you can use the link here to log in, the partner login here as well. And once you do get access, it'll remember you. And under the support area, that is where we have Kandy support, our knowledge base, and I'll make this a little bit bigger for you. Our Kandy support portal here, and that will log into, that is the link to log into the new Kandy support, okay? And then the documentation will be in this area. So we, as Brandon said, we are making changes to some of this to fine tune this as we go along. So we will be providing the documentation around that. We wanted everybody to know that this is coming so that you can communicate within your organizations. And have we had any other questions come in?
Sarah, one of the questions was, will there be a time where they won't be able to open a ticket? So ribbon gets turned off, and we're not turned on yet, basically.
So so we are on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. That is when we are basically going live on our side. So if you are, again, and you will have access, you will be getting your emails to access the new system. So if it is, early Monday morning or Sunday before 5 p.m. Eastern, then it will be in the ribbon side of things. So we're going to be capturing our last kind of delta of what we've already migrated. And then, so let's say you need to open a case at 7 p.m. on Sunday the 1st Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, it will be in the new interface. So it will be in the Kandy support portal. So hopefully that answers the question. So again, somebody asked if you're going to be opening a case Sunday night. Obviously, if you have any problems whatsoever, our telephone number is not changing. So we do still have a few of you who are still calling the ribbon support hotline. You need to call the Kandy one. And again, I can go back to that and bring that up just a second. The Kandy support numbers here. And during that time, if you have any questions or concerns, or you haven't gotten your password reset, and in amidst the adrenaline of needing to open a case and all of that, then our team can help do that by calling us. If you're having problems, we can open that case for you or something like that. But again, 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, May 1st, we will be, everything will be completely migrated over. And our emails will be going out at that time as well, so that you can register. Your email address will already be in our database. You will get an email. You will need to set up your password. You'll need to go through our Kandy partner portal, click on support and cases, and then you can log in from there. So, but if you do have a problem and it's urgent on Sunday evening after 5 p.m. Eastern, then by all means you can contact us by calling 833-77-CANDY or 716-77-CANDY. It goes to the same place. Somebody asked also, will this presentation be shared with the audience? Absolutely. Every time we do one of these webinars, we, for those who are registered, we will send you the replay of this, so the recording, but we'll also go in and share this presentation. So we ask that by doing this today, that you share this with other people who are going to be opening cases so that they can see where to go and the information around that, so that on Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they don't go to the wrong place. We are working with Ribbon, and they will be, if you do attempt to call into them or want to open a case in the Ribbon support portal, they will be contacting you and saying, no, you need to open this in the Kandy support portal. So it is very, very important for you, instead of wasting the time over there, to Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, May 1st, ongoing, everything will be in the Kandy support portal.
And Sarah, one thing I wanted to mention was we are working with Ribbon to post a notification within their portal with our link. I know there was a question, around the URL, and that's been shared, but there'll be a reminder on the Ribbon website as far as how to reach us, to open the tickets on our system. And hopefully, it's one of the things we've been working with them, but hopefully block you from making the mistake of opening a Kandy ticket on their website and then being told to come to ours. So, and just additional information.
And many of you still have products that are supported by Ribbon, your gateways, your SBCs, even your Edgemark devices, and so on. So those will still be opened under the Ribbon support portal. It is only your Kandy and Kandy Link cases, feature requests, that kind of stuff. Which brings up a good point, is that previously you couldn't open a feature request. Those had to be opened up, and then Kevin Jones would then move them over. So this is some additional stuff that you're able to do. And you also see that you're not having to enter in about 20 different fields that weren't even relevant to your business with us. So we've really simplified that experience for you. And again, by having it in the same location that your documentation is, and so on, we feel like the experience will be much better received by our customers yourselves. So hopefully you find the same thing. Are there any other questions? Okay, if any of them come up, well, two things. One, do be on the lookout for an email that talks about this, that probably has a link to this as well in it, so that you can share that. And then secondly, if you have any issues in logging in, getting access to the partner portal, getting into the support portal, please email customersuccess@kandy.io, and my team will assist you in making sure that you have the access that you need. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to working with you guys closely. Thanks so much.